easier. So what I can say to Guyanese is that they will get it. Not everyone will get it before Christmas. A lot of people ask, "Oh, will I get it before Christmas?" But I would say to people, then you still will get it. You will get it once you're 18 years and above, and it might come in good after the Christmas because that's a low period, too. So you will get it, but please understand that this opposition will complain about everything. They complain about everything. Oh, first they didn't want it done, they wanted it done, then don't give it to people abroad, then give it to them, then now, oh, you can't get it fast enough to people. We are not,
Morning. So I said I would never talk about this story, but imagine being really sick, like really sick, need urgent medical care. And because of a policy, you were denied a transfer. Because of policy, you were denied a transfer to go next to medical health. Yeah, so one day I was at work. Everybody know what job I used to do, and that day I didn't have much on my timetable. I had like one period. You know the day when you just don't get nothing much for do at work? One period at the end of the teaching session, one period. Anyway, it was after lunch, and I went and I marked my register. I had a fifth form. And the HM does normally do rounds on the floor to ensure that all the classes are, settling and ready for the afternoon session. So she stopped at my class and she was giving the fifth formers, because it was like, it now coming fifth form, giving the fifth formers a little pep talk based on, what she expect of them and what I could do to motivate them. I left the class and I went in the IT lab because I was stationed in the IT lab. And I come back to the class. I tell you, when I come back to the class, I collapse. But before I collapse, I kind of stagger, right? And the HM asked me, "Miss Austin, you all right?" And I say yes. And soon as I say yes, that was the end of it. Me know my name, me know nothing. And they trying to revive me. They put it's multi-mentalated spirit and trying to use like my call and thing for revive me. Me know nothing. In they call a medical lady down there, and she came and she tried for thing, and it in the process of me gaining consciousness, they asked me for my number at home because at the day I didn't drive. So call me husband number. My husband rushed to the place right away and get me to the hospital. When I reach at the hospital, they give me oxygen and thing. So when they give me oxygen and thing, we go home. The day was a Wednesday. We go home the day and he turned and say, "Girl, I think you should take the rest of the week off." I didn't sick. I didn't get in no problem at work. The day was a light day. So I was confused myself as to what really going on. I didn't want to take the couple days home. Honestly, I didn't want to take the couple days home because I was excited to go to work. I used to work along with the HM. Everything was nice to me. Everything was nice, You act in your little position and, it was nice to me. So my husband insists that I take the leave because we still can't understand how is it that this happened. So I got to work the Monday, and soon as I reached the work again, this thing happened again, but in the HM office. Let me say I reached the work 9:05. I was back at the hospital by 9:15. So I I got the hospital, we can't understand what really going on to me. Like I just stay and suddenly I start get sick, and from that Wednesday everything went downhill when it comes to me health. Every single thing went downhill when it comes to me health. So this is a little backstory for everybody. Before I like when I got there, because it was a new school I was transferred to, I really enjoyed that school. Like, sometimes you get a little fine thing with people, but I never used to take it as nothing. Like, they never used to bad me because I just reached out to school. Me, nobody's so good for me. They get no beef or nothing. But like with teaching the children are so, like, anybody know me, I just teach fifth form, and I'm passionate when it comes around CXC time. I want my children do good. It's like then get a year, I know was he 1 year or so, I ain't gonna lie. Like I never didn't get 100% pass. Like for business, economics, and that was the first time, and this is how I feel excited, because the year I was placed to teach EDPM. I never teach EDPM at fifth farm level. And I feel so excited because one teacher that I used to travel with for go to the school called me and said, "Girl, you children did great. And out of the 17, only one fail, and you get like," and I feel proud of myself because you know what I said, at least this is the first time I was teaching this subject at fifth farm level and the children do so good, and I start get excited, but this thing take over me whole life. As to me social life, it went from like 1,000 to 0. I can't go no way. Because it's like everywhere I go, I keep getting blackout. Like shopping, I used to have to be home all the time. Right? And because I keep getting sick, I start sending in sick leave. And my husband saying, you don't gotta do something about this because I can't afford for, like, sometimes I that work and they call me. What's gonna happen if sometime I ain't get answer the phone because the signal was very bad at the place? What if a time I ain't get through and something happened to you and I can't get for reach there in time or something? So me and my husband sit and say, you know what? You should take a transfer. So I apply for this transfer. Alright, I applied for this transfer, but according to the policy of the ministry that I was working under, is that you have to stay 2 years within the region that you recently transfer before you are granted a transfer to another region. Now, I didn't think like that would have been applied to my situation because I was literally sick. Anybody know me? I don't get sicky. I don't get, and it's like everything for me in terms of my job went downhill. Nobody didn't really listening to me. And then when I sent in a transfer get denied. I didn't expect any transfer to get denied, right? So I sent back a letter. I can post the letter and the response of the letter in the comment section, explaining explaining to the commission to reconsider this transfer, because it's not like me want to work. It's not like me want to work or I didn't enjoy my job. For a matter of fact, I felt like I was at another level of my potential because I've never been in a capacity to act as a HOD. I've never been in that capacity, so I just excited because I know that I can take all this knowledge, and when I do get me position, I can be able to complete my stuff with ease, and I used to take guidance from another teacher. She used to enjoy going with she. I had to literally ease off all the social. Till a day like today, I never even call a lady back for tell a lady nothing because I don't know how to bring it over, right? And I felt so heartbroken because imagine working for a job 14 years, and you got to choose between your health and the job, and I chose me health. Yeah, I definitely had to choose me health, and this is my testimony. I can give you a part two. This is my testimony because I really hope the new leadership look into policies like this that affecting teachers, because no, you telling me that I got to continue working and I won't be granted a transfer, and everywhere I go I falling down like a fly, and nobody is seeing this as an issue, like it wasn't that serious and important. I guess it's because it's not their family. So as I want to tag this story, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
If you are coming across this video on your FYP and you are a mother of teenagers or adult children, this is your cue to start taking care of you. Yeah, these children of today, they do not value the sacrifices parents make. They are some entitled, spoiled ass kids. Yeah, let's get into it. So one of my kids, I threatened this child and I said, if you don't get your shit together, I'm gonna kick your ass out because you're not going down the right road. Why this kid, instead of, long ago when we parents said to us, if we don't get ourselves together, we gonna get kicked out. We make sure we get ourselves together because we didn't want to get kicked out. These kids different. This specific child, because I said, this child get into the victimization. Oh, mommy's gonna kick me out. Goes to another parent. Can you take me in because my mother's gonna kick me out and leave me stranded? Y'all, these kids are different. They are different, and it's not too late. It is not too late to take care of yourself. Finish raising yourself. Pamper yourself with the things that your parents couldn't give you. Travel if you need to travel. Because we can go and give all the sacrifices that we need to give to these children, and they're going to grow up and don't give a shit about us. They don't. It's a different breed. Me, if somebody call me about my mother right now, I jump in. These kids, no, it's not on their priority list. So take care of yourself and stop bending and going for them because they value it. They don't appreciate it. They don't. Take it from a mom who got to deal with it every day. And I love my kids dearly. It doesn't mean that I don't love them. But some days I feel like, why am I doing this? This is just a mother's rant.